Okay, let's look at exercise 17-10, where we'll explore efficiency and profitability analysis in this demonstration. Now, we're dealing with the Sexton Company, and we have 3 years of balance sheet information on the screen, and we also have 2 years of income statement information. Now, the problem appears at the bottom of your screen, and it says evaluate the company's efficiency and profitability by computing the following for 2006 and 2005: the profit margin ratio, the total asset turnover, and return on total assets, and then comment on these results. Okay, now I've staged the information below. Profit margin is simply net income divided by net sales. So for 2006, it's 34,100 divided by 672,500. So let's put that one together. Okay, we'll put that into a nice format of percent with 1 decimal place, and that's the correct answer. Alright, now I'm going to format the other cells that we'll need so that we also have it in percent. Actually, these need to be in terms of an actual number, and return on assets, since it is a return, it's in percentage. Okay, for 2005, the profit margin, we take the net income for 2005, which is the 31,375 to the left of my mouse, and divide that by sales, which to the left of my mouse is given as 530,000. Let me put that in. Okay, and that gives us a 5.9% profit margin. So we see there's been a decrease. Let's put together total asset turnover. Sales divided by average total assets. So the sales is the 672,500. Okay, and then we're going to divide that by the beginning assets, the ending assets for the year, plus the beginning. I'll use 0 for now. Okay, and divide that by 2. If I put a paren there, it still hasn't balanced, so I'll move over here and put the other paren that will close that. Okay, now all we need to do is fill in those zeros. Okay, dividing by a 0, it's going to give me an error. Let's go figure out what those asset values are. Well, it's the 518 and the 445. Okay, so let's put those in now. 518,000 plus F to it, and we'll get a 445 with 3 zeros, and we get 1.4. Okay, now I'm going to copy this over. The only change we have here is the numerator, instead of being the 672,500, becomes 530, so let's make that change. And the beginning and ending total assets, well, they'll be equal to those amounts that you see on the screen, but technically we'll pull them from that part of the balance sheet where they exist, 445,000 and 372,500. So let's put that in there. So we'll put in the 445, and we'll put in the 372,500. And we get 1.3 as total asset turnover. So here we see the total asset turnover is slightly increased. Now let's compute return on assets, which is equal to net income over average total assets. So net income for 2006 was 34,100, and average total assets, we already have that above. In fact, why don't we just copy from here? Where's our average total assets? Right there, correct? So we could take both of these and copy it, and then change the sales number to a net income number, 34,100. And here we'll change the 530,000 of sales as the 31,375. Hopefully you all see that all the rest of the numbers were already reflected, since the denominator is the same in number 2 and number 3. So the denominator on these lines is exactly the same as these. Okay, now the only difference is we want this as a percentage rather than as an actual number. We'll take it to 1 decimal place, and that's our answer. And we see that in return on total assets, we've declined from 7.7% to 7.1. That takes care of the numbers. Regarding the analysis part, what we can say is that Sexton's operating efficiency appears to be declining because return on total assets decreased from 7.7 to 7.1. Now, the total asset turnover is slightly favorable. It's only a slight increase. The profit margin also has become unfavorable, decreasing to 5.1% from 5.9. And what that tells us, it indicates that Sexton's ability to generate net income from sales has declined, at least in the years from 2005 to 2006. Now, if this is all the information we have, that's about all the conclusions we can reach. The next step that an analyst would try to uncover is, why have we experienced these kinds of changes? Well, anyway, that's the problem, and the analysis and interpretation part as well. I'll slide back up. That was all the data. We did the formulas down below, and in the not the video but the audio portion of this, I've answered the analysis and interpretation.